I'd like to take a few minutes to go over some of the new features in WhatsUp Gold 2016. The first thing to show you is how you can manage your licenses in the new TotalView packaging. As you've heard, it is based on a point system. An important thing to note is that 1 point equals 1 device, so you get the benefit of device-based licensing. If that device has 24 ports or 96, you still use just 1 point. Where it gets interesting is when you start to think about plugins like Flow or APM. Here you can use your points as well. Monitoring a flow source takes 10 points. Monitoring an application takes 10 points as well. Virtual devices and hosts cost a point as well, but remember, if you are already monitoring these things as regular WUG devices, you do not use an additional point. There's no double counting. Let's take a look at how you can manage these licenses and keep track of your points. Here's a dashboard showing a bunch of our functionality. We've got APM, Flow, Wireless, and Virtual monitors all enabled in TotalView and TotalView Plus. Let's take a look at how these licenses are counted in the Help About dialog. Here you can see that we're using 206 points for normal monitored devices like switches, servers, routers. We're also using 80 points for Flow Monitor, and that's because we are currently monitoring 8 flow sources, and we're using 169 points for APM. Note that the VoIP Monitor, the Configuration Management Monitor, and Virtual say NA are not applicable. That's because all you need to do to use this functionality is to start monitoring these devices as normal devices. Then the added functionality just works and there's no extra counting. Also note that the point count near the middle of the screen is the sum total of the points that appear in the Points Used column. This makes it easy to see exactly what you are using of your total point count. Just to show the point counts in action, let's go and disable a flow source. Make note that we're currently using 455 points. And now let's go back to the Help About. Here that you can see that we're now using 445 points. As you can see, this allows you to be very flexible on how you move points around. Whether you are monitoring standard devices, flow sources, applications, you have the freedom to use your points as you see fit. Now let's move on to storage monitoring. In WUG 2016 TotalView, we've added an often requested feature, the ability to monitor storage. For our first release, we've added the ability to monitor NetApp FAS series storage array. Here's a typical NetApp setup. We have the storage nodes and the cluster node and the silo node that exports the file shares to your network. This infrastructure was discovered by the WUG Discovery Engine. With this monitor, we can get alerts on the temperature of the arrays, whether we are running in a degraded state, what the current volume usage is, and what the current network interface usage is. This is only a start on our storage monitoring journey. Look for us to be adding more vendors to this product line in the future. And a final change I want to go over is support for TLS 1.2. TLS stands for Transport Layer Security and is basically the security standard that web browsers and servers follow to ensure secure communication. This affects two parts of WUG 2016, the SSL Certificate Monitor and the HTTP Content Monitor. You can now use these two monitors to check websites and certificates that must adhere to the TLS 1.2 standard. I'm showing you the setup for one of these monitors to make a point. There's no need to enable TLS 1.2 functionality. The functionality just works. That concludes this demo of WhatsUp Gold 2016.